Alright, everybody. Welcome to Immediate Review, where we see a movie in theaters and review it immediately in my car. We just saw The Lighthouse.
So we're going to do no spoilers at first.
Alright, no spoiler review. This movie was fucking incredible. Holy shit. Holy shit, it was fucking good. What the fuck?
Woo!
I was totally... Alright, so Dakota... we meet up this morning, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go see the Lighthouse today." And I was just like, "The Lighthouse? Like, I don't know." Went back and watched the trailer, and I was like, "All right, fucking the Lighthouse."
Wait, had you not seen the trailer yet?
I'd seen it once, but it'd been a while, man. I was like at a 3 or a 4 on like excited.
It didn't hook you initially either.
Well, no, I mean it did. I was like, hell yeah, but then like I forgot about it, man. It just like went into the back of my head, and man, I watched it again, and I was like, holy fucking shit, and was just stoked. Like, I want to go fucking see the Lighthouse. I like, showed like, the client's mom the fucking trailer, talked to her for about 20 minutes. Like, it was like awesome, and the movie fucking lived up to it completely. It had amazing mystery, great suspense. It did a really good job of like
everything.
Yeah, like the whole movie, like, it's about insanity and whatnot, and it does a great job of placing you into the environment with a character who's experiencing what we're experiencing for the first time. So we're like hand in hand with our main character, and then they just slowly just start dripping insanity throughout the movie. And by the time that our main character is like insane, like we are too.
No spoilers, man.
That's not a spoiler, dude. There's no context there. That's just like what the movie's about.
Nah, it's true. Yeah. Gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, man. The fucking ending is incredible. I got Shining vibes, 2001: A Space Odyssey vibes.
Oh yeah, like, it is Kubrick as all hell. I love that.
Oh yeah, and shot in black and white with what it's the 4:3 ratio, right?
Yeah, they use the full open matte ratio. Yeah, to give it that kind of, because it takes place in the 40s.
I got that vibe too, because they mentioned like
based on their electricity and how advanced some of their tech is.
And he said like $1,000 for like 4 weeks of work or something like that, and then that was like substantial. So that's what I got from it too.
Could be wrong, but yeah, that was like the standard aspect ratio, and black and white films were common. So I think this was meant to kind of like mid-90s, like be a movie that could have been made.
Fit into the era.
Yeah, that it's taking place in. And my God, did this movie do a great job of it. Like, aside from the sound design and some of the more lurid content, this could easily be a fucking movie from the 30s or 40s.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I was like, are you gonna say the sound design's bad? But yeah, it's too good to be done back then. Like,
no, that's exactly what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I say we go to spoiler review.
Yeah. Just a few other things. Obviously, just the acting is amazing. Willem Dafoe needs that Oscar in his hand. Now.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. First we get him riding on a hammerhead shark in Aquaman. And then we get this.
Yeah, man.
Woof, man. I could not believe some of the things he was doing. And, like, Willem Dafoe's he's always great, but, like, I don't know. He's not like an actor.
He doesn't deserve an Oscar for like his performance as the Green Goblin.
I'm not saying he's bad. He's just like, he's one of those Willem Dafoes. He does his crazy thing. He's awesome. He's got energy. He's great. But this is just like, he disappears into this character.
Person, yeah. I don't think, like, this might be considered a spoiler.
And I haven't seen Van Gogh. I'm sure people are going to be like, Van Gogh, but I haven't seen that. I'm sure there's other things, but sorry, go on.
I don't know if this counts as a spoiler or not, but I legit have never seen an actor eat as much dirt in a shot as William Dafoe does in this fucking movie. Like, you can take that in whatever context you want, but like there is dirt in mouth, and a take keeps going.
Okay, we'll talk about it more because I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson, I don't know, but he's great. He's awesome.
Yeah. Definitely rising above his roles in like Harry Potter and.
He's not bad in Harry Potter. He's fine in Harry Potter.
I mean, he's a kid, but like Twilight.
Twilight's what.
I was leading into that one. And just I haven't actually seen any of the Twilight movies or read the books. I just I couldn't do it.
You assumptive son of a bitch.
I'm laying out an opinion without reading the source material.
You've seen the trailers. You're good. But he's fan-fucking-tastic, and he's our Batman, and I'm proud. But
that's actually a great way to look at it, yeah, because he did a fucking excellent job in this, and yeah, looking forward to him as Batman.
There was 2 scenes where I went like this. I just covered his face like a cow, just to
get an idea.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna be Batman. It's gonna be cool. But my God, yeah, cinematography's gorgeous. Go see the movie. If you saw the trailer and think it's gonna be good, you're probably gonna like it, unless you got some problems with the sex. If you got problems with
sperm
sexual content, you will not like this movie.
You don't like William Dafoe jerking off in a lighthouse.
If you're a group of 4 middle-aged white women, you will leave the theater.
That happened. They came up and sat fucking right next to us and then left like halfway through the movie.
No, and they sat down right next to me, and I just knew. I just was like, oh, they're fucking gonna talk. They're gonna not like this. They're gonna ask questions. I'm moving. And I switched on the opposite side. But, yeah. Okay, so spoilers here on out. Man, spoilers. All right.
Spoilers.
Man, this movie is fucked up and I love it.
Yeah, alright. This movie is fucking crazy as shit. Like, so the stuff that I was talking about with, like, the kind of, like, slow walk into insanity. It's like, by the time the insanity is happening, it's like, it's already been happening for a long period of time, and it's like, you and the main character experience the insanity at the same time, and you don't know what the fuck's going on. I legit had no fucking idea if William Dafoe's character was even real the whole fucking movie. Like, until
Fight Club style.
Like, yeah, like legit. I thought it was gonna be like he was fucking Tom the whole time or whatever. And yeah, it just gets crazy, and it like the way that it, I don't know, escalates after he kills the goal and whatnot, and like they kind of build up 2 things: that you don't kill a goal, or you don't. It's bad luck to kill a seabird.
And something's in the lighthouse. And something sexy.
Well, and that he's not good with alcohol. Like,
yes.
The alcohol's like bad, and
Yep.
he kills the goal, and they get trashed as fuck for the first time.
And
the
that's
same
when it
night,
all goes downhill.
and shit goes down from there.
I thought Willem Dafoe's character poisoned him. What was his name again? Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, he called him. He was like, "Yeah, Thomas, call me Tom." And then the other guy was like, "My name's Tom too." And that's when I was like, "Are they fucking?" Because it was like, could they be the same person? Especially with the knife thing, because it was like, "Hand me the knife," and it's like he didn't fucking know that he had the knife. Scene,
you chased me, boy.
Yeah, and so you don't know, like.
I mean, he could still be.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
who's to say?
Like, and yeah, it's like, and yeah, with like the fucking lighthouse and whatnot. Like, I loved the sound design on that scene where like you like hear this sound and you think he's like laughing, but it turns out he's like, it's fucking clipped to shit and he's fucking screaming.
Yep.
And yeah, so like like we'll get to an ending discussion in a bit, but like, yeah, I definitely want to talk about the fucking ending.
And with the sound design too, I love there were a couple times where they did like jokes where like Thomas was farting and then it immediately cut to a boom, during the fart of like the sound of a horn. And there was another time when fucking other Tom They are the same character.
Yeah.
Technically, I mean, there's that twist.
Yeah,
Man. There is that layer. Shit. But other Tom is masturbating, and right when he comes, it cuts. It uses a sound effect of like, like the ocean splashing.
Yep.
There was some potty humor in this that I really appreciated and loved, because that's legit. That's like when two men have to shack up alone in a place like that for weeks without rations, dirty as shit. Like, it's fucking 60, 80 years ago nonetheless. Shit gets dirty. People have id and a sex drive. Like, things happen. They need to go up into the bait or into the fucking tower and masturbate. And I don't know. It's just the sex made sense. I was glad it was in there because it's real and they didn't shy away from it. Also, the whole them wanting to have sex and actually having sex, maybe, with mermaids is also ancient folklore. I mean, back to fucking sirens. Like,
yeah, and
it has always been a thing that it's like, it's, you know, mermaids, they're for fucking.
Well, and I liked that it was presented. It's not like, I don't know, I hate to say the name in this fucking video, but like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies that dealt with mermaids. It's like that type of mermaid is like legit mermaid. Like, this mermaid comes up and makes out with you and pulls you into the deep. These were fucking sirens. Like, legit mythological fucking sirens who do not speak. They literally just wail and squeal, and you hear that and it fucking hypnotizes you. And yeah, it does a great job, and I'm so glad that they didn't go heavy with that. Like, I'm glad that there's
quick
only
cuts.
Three, maybe
I'm
4?
assuming that's what you reference when you mean 2001: A Space Odyssey. That style of editing there.
Kind of like that, and the shot like where he's standing like in the lighthouse, and it shows the lighthouse and the door opens and whatnot right before it cuts. And then when it cuts to like his face, like that whole sequence before he falls down the stairs was totally fucking 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, you're
like,
absolutely right.
Fucking one of the final shots and whatnot. And yeah, whenever you're ready, I do want to have an ending discussion.
We'll get there. I want to talk more just about the general just insanity of it all. Like, man, there were a lot of just jaw-dropping scenes in this movie, and just like scenes that made you laugh because they're uncomfortable, and scenes that made you laugh because they're funny. Fuck, I want to dive into it, but I don't even know what to dive in. Like,
yeah,
the sex part is the most obvious and most surprising.
Yeah,
and you actually had told me about that before.
Yeah, and I honestly, like,
I'm glad I found out, because the moment he picked up that little wooden siren, I knew.
Right.
I was like, oh shit, okay, this is where it begins. Where if you hadn't told me that, I would have been like, okay. Like,
yeah, and my cousin like literally told me that like right before we left for the theater, like maybe an hour before the movie. And yeah, I mean, I only watched the first trailer. I was like, hell yeah, after the first trailer, so I avoided the other two. So that may be where they talked about the fact that there was mermaids in it.
I only watched the first trailer too. I tried to not even finish it. I was like, I'm gonna see it. Done watching.
I'm pretty much that style. Like, if I'm down to watch something, I'll stop. And that's what I mean when I say I saw the first one and just kind of forgot about it, because I was like, yeah, I mean, we literally had our ticket. Like, after that, once tickets were available, we got them. So yeah, and I mean, you know, the like, there's a ton of symbolism in this movie too, and they're trying to, like, you know, because the story itself doesn't end on like a note of like, oh yeah, like that's exactly what's going on. It's like you literally don't have any fucking idea what's going on by the end of it.
It's also not that heavy-handed with it, really. It's not totally like, you know, I don't know, like driving it home that there's a mystery, if that makes any sense, like with editing techniques and like, you know, maybe voiceovers reminding the audience of certain events that took place, or just like, it's just, he walks in, they keep it vague, and then, you know, he meets his end. It's just like, it both does and doesn't invite you to delve deeper and create your own interpretation, which I really find interesting. So let's talk about the ending. Fuck it, let's do it. I can't figure it out.
Okay, so the whole movie itself like has the siren kind of theme to it and whatnot. And at the very end, he's like laying on the rock, essentially, like just a rock, and it pans back, and you don't see the house, you don't see the lighthouse or anything, and his body's being picked apart by fucking seagulls. All right, I think it was a shipwreck. Like everything that happened in the movie was like a hallucination or a essentially like final processes of what our Tom character is experiencing while he dies on a rock being eaten by seagulls. And
because at the end there's nothing.
Yeah, but he's on a rock, like he's there, and nobody, like maybe he expects people to come and they don't, and like
the very first shot was a ship, was it not?
Yeah, it was them on a ship. Like,
yeah,
they're coming to the lighthouse, and
yeah.
when they get there, they're delivering everything and whatnot. But then when he finally like gets to the lighthouse, it's like I don't know. It could be a thing of like, he's like imagining this scenario of something that's going to happen. Like maybe that was what he was going to do. He was going to come to work at the lighthouse, and they just so happened to be shipwrecked, and he dies. But he continues to imagine like the scenario of what he would be doing, and like as his brain essentially shuts down and dying from being eaten by seagulls.
It's almost like his possible life flashing before his eyes.
and it makes sense too, because there's a shot of like the seagull when it like lands on his leg and it starts like biting its leg, his pants and shit. It's
Early
kind of
on, he's laying down.
He's like having a vision, and is like in this hallucination of being like attacked by a seagull and eaten by a seagull and lashing out at seagulls, and I don't know. That's kind of what I got from it. I have no fucking idea if that's true or not.
I like that.
That's like how I interpreted it, though, especially with that ending shot, because when he finally gets to like the very end, when he touches the light, it's like he gets to the light, and it's like that's what his brain has been like
walking to the light, man. I mean, that's the light, classic idea of death, and
and then he collapses down the stairs, and the next scene he's outside naked, and there's no lighthouse. It's like
the literal explanation would be like the mermaid dragged him.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I really like the movie thinking of it in that context. And
I do too. I didn't interpret it that way, but I like that.
And I don't know. I just like I fucking love the sound design in that last scene. That was the only scene in the movie that gave me like genuine goosebumps. Where I was like,
dude, that peeking technique, like movies don't do that a lot.
They never do. Like if a director was just like, yeah, in this scene, I want you to totally peek the mic. Be like, no. Be like, no, trust me. And it's just like, yeah, they take that fucking peak and drop the peak down super fucking low, and then slowly bleed that in with a filter until you can just hear him screaming and fucking clipping the mic. Like, goddamn, brilliant fucking sound design.
Oh yeah, this one deserves all the awards. It's A24 though, and A24 doesn't campaign for the Oscars, so they never fucking get awards. I'm sure. No, that's not true. Not never, but not always.
Not always.
We still got Tommy in our system. But
I am a psychologist.
You're a psychologist, Peter. But what was I just saying? I
don't remember.
Anyway. Not always. I was saying not always. A24, Oscars.
Oscars, yes.
Not always. I don't know. This deserves Oscars. Hopefully it gets them. Fuck it.
Yeah, I really hope it gets an Oscar too. Yeah, man. I'm just like, go fucking see this movie. Like,
yeah.
It's so good.
Go see it. So my literal interpretation, like if there genuinely are mermaids in existence, I feel like basically like Willem Dafoe his character is essentially under control of like these siren creatures.
Okay.
And basically it's at night he goes up and fucks them. Because there's that scene where he goes up to the lighthouse and he hears moans and sex grunts, and we see like dripping shit well, not shit, but like dripping. It's kind of meant to evoke semen, but it's like slime. And then we see tentacles writhing, and there's another scene where you see Willem Dafoe naked, I'm pretty sure, right, in the lighthouse. I thought he was naked.
And the scene where he goes up and finds the body up there, and like
No, it was early on in the movie. He like looks up and then
yeah, where he's like fucking
Yeah,
full like hero pose.
He was naked, was it?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was fucking mermaids up there every night, and that's why he was so anal the whole time and just like, you can't go up there. I'm the fucking lot man. Like, it's unreasonable. It's
Right.
unreasonable for him to never want someone
Right.
to go back up there. And we see Thomas One, his character, up there just like dazzling at the lights and just staring, and his shirt was off. He was like up there naked. So essentially, Thomas One also talks about how he's had a lot of other people work for him, and they can't handle it for various reasons. I think he purposefully tries to drive people to insanity, and basically provides food for the mermaids, essentially. Because the whole time he's egging them on, and he's just so confident that like nothing will happen to him, even though, you know, he's a tired old man.
It's true.
And you know, there's the scene where he stumbles on the mermaid. Thomas 2 stumbles on the mermaid. And what are other things in the movie? I don't know. And the whole time, you know, there's like sexual things. It's like basically the mermaids control, the hierarchy is like the mermaids are at the top, they control everything. Oh wait, but that's right. It's it was like implying that he's like some sea king or something.
Yeah, because there was a scene where he sees him as like a tentacle.
His speech
creature.
too. His speech, he straight up is like, "I'm the fucking god of the sea, and I place this curse on you, you dog." This amazing speech.
He didn't say that he was god of the sea. He was calling out to Poseidon.
He was calling out. You're right.
He was like.
He said he was a disciple or something specific.
That's like he was. Yeah, like you know. And a lot of people could think like, oh yeah, like, you know, he was a seaman, like he fucking, you know, but you know, like, yeah, because he said like he was married for 14 years, he spent 13 of it at sea and then 1 at home, and his wife never forgave him or whatever. So he obviously spent time, you know,
he
in
fucked
the
a
ocean
mermaid
and whatnot. And so
did you see that fucking shit? We saw it. There was a close up in the movie. Shape of Water didn't do that. Sorry, continue.
But yeah, and yeah, it very well could be that, you know, that theory could be correct, because you know, there's like, I don't know, myths and stuff that they talk about, like, you know, people who become maidens of sirens and whatnot can
maybe they work together.
Like, or like, you know, join their side or become a siren themselves or something like that. That's what like the Pirates of the Caribbean did. It was like this mermaid loved a dude, and so she drug him down to the sea and made out with him.
All right, that's your last goddamn Pirates of the Caribbean reference. I'm
just saying that it's the most recent mermaid movie that I could fucking think of. Okay,
just kidding.
But yeah, like I understand. And yeah, and so like, you know, they very well could have done that, like pulled him down and made him into like sea creature, crustacean man, and then they like have a siren song putting a spell that makes him look like a regular human.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
exactly. And once he saw the seagulls, it's possible he controlled everything, and it was his doing.
Right.
And he took the seagull thing very seriously, as if it was a truth.
Yeah.
And not just, you know, another
and
old wives' tale.
And William Dafoe knew a lot of things that William Dafoe did not fucking know in this movie. Like, that he took the knife, and all of the stuff that he had written in the book about, like, the whole, like, insubordination and fucking, you know, like, the anger issues and shit. And, you know, like, the fact that he, like, killed the seagull and whatnot. Like, a lot of things he was not there for and most likely asleep for or something like that, and he knew about. Mm-hmm. So I think that adds even more validity to your theory for sure.
But I think it's like both. Like, it's, because it clearly does start with the ship and end with that, and I don't know. It's...
Yeah. And that's why I fucking love this movie even more, because we can talk about it like this, and I love these discussions where it's just left up, like, just out in the open, and you can just be like, yeah, this is what I think is going on. Because, like, literally, both of us have completely different theories that are both practically just as valid. Yeah, go see this fucking movie. It was great.
Phenomenal. Best horror film of the year, without a doubt.
Yeah,
it beat Midsommar for me.
Really, beat Midsommar.
So.
Wow.
I think so. Yeah. I mean,
they're so different, and I know I'll probably end up saying that a lot in the course of this whole immediate review things. But yeah, I have a tough time comparing movies like that.
Midsommar, I think this one's got an edge of originality for me that I prefer over Midsommar. Because, like, Midsommar is a goddamn masterpiece, but it's like, it's very similar to The Wicker Man. It follows the teen horror tropes. It's like, where I've never seen anything like The Lighthouse, and I've seen a lot of things like Midsommar. I mean, Midsommar's the best of it.
I mean, that's true, but I feel like Midsommar did some stuff, like, stylistically that were super unique.
Oh no, it's original. I'm not trying to knock
the shroom scene.
Yeah, no. I'm not trying to knock Midsommar or say that it's like a ripoff. It's still original and a masterpiece, but, like, I think this one's just bit more original, and you know, I love just movies that could be plays. Just, like, focused character studies. Yeah. You know, there's I don't know. It's got they're both funny too. They're both similar but different. Because they both have a lot of awkward comedy. Fuck. There's a lot of things that better become memes.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. Okay, I gotta bring it up. The fucking William Dafoe gets buried alive scene. Holy shit, this fucking scene is awesome.
There are a lot of single take, bit of a sidebar, there are a lot of single take monologues in this movie. Anytime a character has a big monologue, it's an uncut take, and a lot of times there's, like, a slow zoom in.
Yes.
And this one does that, and it starts wide with him in the ground and getting dirt thrown on him, and, like, it's zooming in, and the moment in my head I'm thinking, oh yeah, they're making sure not to hit his face. Boom, face full of dirt. More.
Mouth full of dirt, eyes full of dirt, and he continues this monologue with clumps of fucking dirt in his mouth. He's packing dirt into his goddamn cheeks.
It's in his beard. It's fucking, like, you can hear him going.
Yeah, like, he'll stop the monologue to, like, clear the dirt out of his fucking mouth so that he can, like, continue doing this, and he doesn't, like spit dirt. Like,
he never spit once. I was once. Like, you fucking boss. Like,
all right,
Jesus.
And we gotta say this because, like, back in the day, a long time ago, when we were younger, we made a video with a couple of friends where it was called The Hunt for Peter Brown. It was about me. I was a monster, and Dakota played a fucking Australian, like...
The details don't matter. The point is, I ate dirt.
Yeah, he ate dirt in this, and we've literally...
It was a tiny bit of dirt, though, and it was horrible.
And we've complained about it for, like, the past 10 years.
No, and
so,
I had to brush my teeth like 30 times to get that shit out and swish my mouth out. It was so bad, and I just took like a pinch and went like,
yeah.
And it was like deep in my teeth for a while, but like that, fuck, man.
We're talking 10 times the amount of dirt in William Dafoe's mouth.
Fuck, 10 times, 1,000 times, man. He got full.
Yeah, like
clumps.
Giant clumps in his fucking mouth. Like, I swear, he ate like a good amount of dirt for that shot.
I wonder how many takes they did. Thank God Kubrick didn't direct this one.
It's like, Dafoe, that was a
It's
great
like,
take, but
go shower.
Yeah, he's like spitting out dirt, just like Peter Jackson. Yeah, one more for luck. Like, fuck. Fuck you. But yeah, see, that's why you need to have good actors for that shit. So you can do those disgusting, like that type of takes, and just get it done in one take, and then you don't have to do it again. But if you suck at acting, you gotta do that shit a bunch of fucking times until you get it right. So be good at acting, and you won't have to eat dirt.
Man, yeah, and if any other aspect, talk about sound design.
I mean, yeah, sound design was excellent. You know, like there were plenty of scenes where they could literally, you know, if you guys haven't seen They Should Not Grow Old, definitely go and watch that and watch the extra stuff on it.
There is no extra stuff on it.
There's no so like the only
that was
extra
only
stuff
in theaters.
was for the theaters. Okay, well they did like basically took this footage, color graded it, and then added Foley effects to kind of bring it to life. And you could definitely do a lot of the scenes that they did and have them be Foley, and they're done fucking flawlessly.
Yep.
Like there's lots of wide angle shots where it's stormy as fucking hell, and you can hear like the wooden crates like rattling on the people and whatnot.
I would love to see this at Hollywood Theater, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, you know, they just, if they did the sound design straight up recording it and whatnot, hell yeah, because there was water, mist, and shit all in the air.
Oh, there
like,
were. I saw plenty of Foley credits
Yeah.
in the.
And so yeah, like the fact that like yeah, the Foley was done incredibly well.
Some of this would be a tough shoot too.
Yeah.
This was shot on 35 millimeter film, and there are some heavy weather scenes where the film was beat up. Like you could tell the weather damaged their film, and they fucking just like a boss, you know, still had it. And
No, yeah, I mean they're legit like on a rock, you know, filming like on the ocean, and there are huge fucking wave swells that, you know, fly up over the lighthouse and shit, and like yeah, it's crazy.
The transfer was flawless. Like a lot of times with film transfers, whenever it's like deep blacks, they can have a lot of like noise on them. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the digital version had that really bad, and this was impeccable.
There was no
absolutely
noise at all.
Flawless, except in like scenes where the film had, you know, sustained damage. But yeah, all the dark contrast was like
fucking natural lighting too on it was excellent.
Yeah,
It looked
dude.
amazing. Purposeful lens flares like for shots at night with lanterns and stuff. It was done so
the
fucking
tracking
good.
shots, all the pans were done
Yes.
exquisitely.
God,
Yeah.
go see this movie. Holy
Yep.
fuck. Yeah, if you aren't sold on going to see this movie yet, then you know, go watch another positive review on it, because there's gonna be a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Like, this movie's fucking awesome.
There's gonna be some negatives like, oh, it's all slow and like abstract.
Oh my god. I don't know why they did it in black and white either.
They should have shot it in color.
They should have just shot it in color. It's so much easier.
It's 2019. We don't need movies in black. I'm kidding. I can't believe those women left though. I
Yeah.
can, but I can't at the same time. One of them was down with it. Like I saw the event. Two of them got up and left, and then a third one followed, and then the other one stayed. And then like 15 minutes later, one of the friends came in and just was loudly like, "We don't like this movie. We want to go." And then the other friend's just like, "What?" And I just hear the other one, "It's depressing," and like blah blah blah. And then they all left.
It's like, what do they fucking expect?
I just love that the fourth one didn't care.
I know,
it was
right?
just like, oh, okay, I'll finish it.
Some middle-aged white women are cool.
And she succumbed to peer pressure. I would have been like, oh, I'm gonna finish this. But yeah, go see it.
All right, let's do trailers.
Oh, trailers! Fuck! Forgot about that shit. Oh, fuck. Okay, you remember any off the top of your head? Because I forgot to turn on my phone. That's how fucking awesome this movie was. I forgot to turn on my phone.
I mean, there was a lot of trailers.
Let's see.
I was hoping that Scott was going to be here because a lot of them were, there was some.
I know we had a friend with us. We were hoping would join, but he couldn't. Why am I going to pictures? That's not where I need to go. All right,
Mulan. Okay. This movie better fucking bring honor to us all.
Man, this is such a double-edged sword for me.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I hate the
China.
I hate China. No, I hate the current state of Disney remakes.
Demonetized.
I really, really hate their need to remake everything. And they've all sucked in my opinion so far. I've not liked a single one of them. I've hated a couple of them. This one does look good. However, it's like all the other ones have been really successful. So if this one is good and it's just successful, then it's just fucking more money in the bank. More fucking remakes are coming. So it's like, yeah, if it's awesome, cool, we get a good Mulan movie. But then it's just like, man, the machine just keeps going. And I really need the Disney wheel to break a little. And for them to get a wake-up call that, remakes aren't everything. Okay, having said that, this doesn't look like a shot-for-shot remake. The only, remember that thing was You'll Bring Honor to Us All, and, some of the wide shots look when they're fighting were like the Be a Man song. But, it looked like it had its own style, its own cinematography, and it wasn't just, storyboarded exactly from the animated one like most of the recent remakes have been. So it's like, yeah, I wanted
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, Lion King especially, Jesus.
Yeah. Not allowed to talk about that one, though. It's taboo to say that's bad.
But yeah, I want it to be good. But I also want Disney to fail, so fuck. But whatever.
Yep, I agree.
Gretel and Hansel.
Gretel and Hansel, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Peter, what you think about Gretel and Hansel?
I mean, I hope it's good. The cinematography looks good. It looks like they're doing some stop motion.
Cinematography look good, okay.
Okay, it looked
one
dark.
camera not enough.
I like the color grading, and yeah, it could be creepy. I hope it's spooky, but it's based off of a kid's story, so I'm skeptical that they're gonna actually do something daring, I guess. But yeah,
I'm like whatever. I mean, just Hansel's not so hot right now. So
yeah, Hansel not hot right now.
So yeah, no, I don't know, but it looks okay. It wasn't like I wasn't like yeah, but I wasn't like fuck this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Knives Out.
Knives.
It still looks like a Rian Johnson movie. This was the one I was excited for Scott to talk about because he's apparently super stoked for Knives Out.
He is.
And I don't suck Rian Johnson's dick, so I wanted to hear what he had to say about
I
it.
think he's just looking at it as just a movie, but I wish I could forget that Rian Johnson's. I'd be super fucking. I'm sorry, I'll admit it.
No, the movie looks excellent.
I would be stoked if Rian Johnson wasn't the one who made it.
Yeah, it's like movie looks incredible, actors, cinematography, everything, but it's made by Rian Johnson. So
it's gonna subvert our expectations and suck.
Yeah, he's gonna shit in our fucking ham sandwich, and your expectations are gonna be subverted.
All right, rhythm section we didn't talk much about last time. Now that you've seen the trailer, again, any second thoughts?
Rhythm section. This looks interesting.
I want it to be good.
Homeless assassin girl, espionage.
Yeah,
weird.
It doesn't look super basic.
Yeah,
like
it's trying to do something unique, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of doing the whole like undercover international spy type thing, because there was like a couple things where she's like on the street and doing this and that, and then she's like, I'm gonna take care of this violently, and then there's like explosions and gunshots, and then she's like dressing up and like at a fancy club and fancy like clothes and all this stuff, and so there's definitely like something unique going on in terms of, because it's not the classic Mission Impossible James Bond. This guy's fucking elegantly like strapped with fucking equipment and gear, whatever. It's like this chick like looks like she's fucking on heroin or something, and like killing people for heroin. I don't know.
I'm really happy to see Blake Lively get a role like this, because she's still escaping the Gossip Girl image, and she's been in some pretty good movies. The Shallows, she was the lead in, and that was solid. And Savages, that was fun. Green Lantern was horrible. Green Lantern was horrible. I don't know. And there was another movie she did where it was like Tuck Everlasting but lame. Lamer.
Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah, this movie looks so goddamn dumb.
Yep, like, Matt Damon, like fucking Batman, getting together to fucking race some old cars and fucking jerk off Ford's dick.
Dude, it looks like a glorified car commercial. Like, it really does.
Oh yeah, it's just like Ford's like, yeah, we really need to sell more cars. How can we do that? So, what if we made a movie about that time?
About how fucking awesome
that time we beat Ferrari with how big our dicks are, America! Woo!
Speaking of, what did you think of Dick Jewell?
Dick Jewell? I mean... Oh, Richard Jewell. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this one.
I know, I just wanted to say that. No disrespect to him. I really am not trying to disrespect the man.
Yeah, and I don't know the story at all. I just, like, I don't know. It's the standard, You don't
love America, Peter.
It's like, big, like, Democratic-run government, bad. Media, bad. Anything that I don't like or understand, bad. They ruined this man's life, and therefore media bad. Everyone should hate the media, but except Fox News. But most of, like, you know the one we don't like. All right. CNN. But yeah, that fucking. All right, next movie. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Uncut Gems. Adam Sandler. It looks better.
It looked better.
It looked better.
I mean, I'm down for it. It's A24.
It is. It's A24. You're right. We gotta see it. We gotta support them.
But it comes at like the trailer. This one that I saw, I believe, was different than the first one. Still don't really know what the movie's about. I know that it's about Uncut Gems.
I think it's just relying on you've seen Martin Scorsese movies, right?
Yeah.
People are gonna steal shit and they're gonna be gangsters.
Yeah, that's what I get. It's like he's some sort of like jewel supplier or happens to get that position, and there comes some shit with like the different jewelry stores fucking, wanting to get them gems, but like, they control this street. You selling all your good gems to the wrong jewelry store or something like that. I don't know. I'll check it out. It's A24.
We're gonna check it out, yeah. But it looks like a Netflix movie. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of does.
I mean, it's Adam Sandler, man. He's been burnt out. Like,
maybe that's why, because he did a 5 contract deal.
Seriously, dude.
And I'm just like, Adam Sandler. Is this a Netflix movie?
Oh yeah.
That's what you did to your career, buddy. You did this. I'm sure you're watching this.
Yeah, Adam Sandler definitely watches the media reviews.
The last trailer was a movie called Waves, which I missed most of because that's when the women walked in, and I was like, feel like you were gonna be talkers.
Yeah, so we'll get a chance to watch that again like we
Did you get anything from it, or were you
I
distracted
was
too?
distracted as well.
I saw a father and his daughter and heartfelt emotions.
Yeah, and like something. Yeah, I honestly don't feel like I got, because it looked like I'd like it, and I'd like not to comment on it until I actually get a chance to view it.
It
for real.
sucks.
These white women walked in during it. The movie's gonna fucking fail, man. Bullshit. But yeah. Anyways, this review's been going on for like 45 minutes, so I think we're gonna end it here. But yeah, definitely go and see The Lighthouse. Regal, or they aren't doing a lot of showings of it. I think there's like 2 showings today. I don't know what it looks like.
A lot of people across the nation aren't doing a lot of showings. I'm gonna try to catch it twice with Sydney.
I mean, I'd like to see it again, honestly.
Yeah.
With how it ended, it's one of those that like I feel like there's gonna be a lot of stuff that is sprinkled throughout the whole thing.
Maybe. Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Later.
Later.